Hey, this is Brandon with Ivy Creek Landscapes. We're out here at Markham Landscape Products down here in Fort Mill. And today we're going to be going through some different pavers, as well as some seating wall and retaining wall block options to get you a good picture of what you could do for your backyard. So let's take a look. So the four things to consider when looking for a paver for your back patio are number one, aesthetics, number two, size, number three, budget, and then number four, the color and the texture. So starting off with number one, aesthetics. So you're going to have more of a modern look. You could have more of a rustic look, more traditional. And so ultimately that's going to really kind of lean the direction that you're going to want to go when looking at pavers to help knock off probably 70% and really focus on the style and the look that you're going for. So with this modern, you're going to be looking for something that's more smooth and a little bit more geometric, right? This is a Techo-Bloc Industrias. This specific color is the shale gray. So this is going to give you a really nice, modern, clean look in comparison to something that is going to be more textured. Like this right here is the Evas. This is the slate texture. This gives you a little bit more of a natural look. And so obviously a totally different style in comparison to the Industrias. The second thing we're going to look at is the size of the paver. So typically the rule of thumb is you want to relate the paver size to the size of the space itself. So if you have a very large patio, you're going to typically want to go with a larger size paver. If you're doing something that's a little bit smaller, or if you're doing walkways, you're going to want to stick something a little bit smaller. And so if we kind of come over here, let's say you want to do a modern space, right? It is a smaller patio. Maybe it's a townhome where you're doing a walkway. You might choose to do something like this Techo-Bloc Diamond here. It's a much more modern style paver. You can do some different color inlays to give you that modern look. And ultimately, this would fit better in a smaller space for something more expansive like a driveway. To give you a size idea of what a larger paver looks like, these are going to be the Paris. So you can see this is a much larger paver. So when you're getting into your larger patios, let's say your 40, 50 foot by 20 plus foot style patios, or something that's a little bit more geometric in style and still modern, the pairs are going to be a really great option for you. So now that we've gone through aesthetics, we've gone through size, the third thing we need to look at is budget. So when it comes to pavers, the budget for the material itself can range wildly. Some products are 3, 4 times the amount as others. So let's say, for example, you're looking for you have a larger patio, you need a larger size paver, as we talked about before, and then ultimately you're looking for a modern aesthetic. And so what a couple of options that you have would be on the lower end, more budget friendly, would be something like a Blue Grande. So it's still a very large paver, so it fits a larger space. It's smooth and finished and it's geometric, so it has a nice modern style to it as well. Now, another option that we could look at that's on a little bit more on the higher end, it's more expensive than your Blue Grande, would be something like your Oceanus. It's a little bit of a different style. It still could fit within the modern aesthetic, but still, it's a larger size paver, so it fits a larger size patio, as well as it's got a little bit of texture to it, which adds a nice look as well. So this is a little bit more expensive than your Blue Grandes. However, it's still a really good option. So now that we've gone through aesthetics, we've gone through size, we just completed budget. The fourth and final thing we need to look at is color and texture. So we're going to start with texture. So one very popular paver that is used right now is Techo-Bloc Blue 60. This Blue 60 paver is finished with the slate texture. And so looking at it, you can tell it's got that finish that almost kind of looks like it's a flagstone. In comparison, still the same Blue 60 paver, this right here is the Blue 60 Smooth. So obviously this would fit a much more modern style patio, but still it's the exact same paver. So in comparison to this Blue 60, which is in the gray nickel colorway, when we go back to the slate textured Blue 60, this right here is in the sandalwood. So you could tell the other one had that gray nickel, smooth gray looking color. This one has a much browner style finish. And so it's going to fit spaces that lean towards those tans and those browns. So far, all we've talked about and seen are concrete pavers, when in reality, there's other style materials for pavers as well. So this natural stone over here is bluestone. So along with bluestone, there's limestone, there's sandstone, there's also travertine, and including marble. These are increasing in popularity, and especially with this bluestone recently, it's been popping up more and more, and it's a really beautiful style paver that gives a nice finish in a backyard. So these are also really, really good options that I recommend. So that concludes today's videos on pavers. I appreciate you for watching. If you got any more questions, give us a call. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day.